The first step to cleaning this dog is you have to check your cleaning area to make sure it has nothing that could harm a dog. Likewise, you want to check your exit area to make sure there's nothing you could run into or trip on. And then, once you've done that and got all your supplies together, you want to take your favorite treat for your dog and put it in the tub. Help him in, hop up, good boy, and let him enjoy that. Because he's doing so well. I'm actually going to say, leave it. Come, but he's doing really well. Okay, so let's take his clothes off. Good boy. All right, we're going to set this up so you can watch as I explain how we take care of Tunta's washing. Okay, good boy. So, go back a bit. Okay. Don't jump out. None of that. Stay. Okay, so we have a good frame. I'm going to show you how to clean a hairless dog. So this is a Peruvian Incan Orchid. He's hairless, he's about 20 pounds. He has a little bit of fur on the top of his head and on the back of his tail. Good boy. And he's very tan like this from the summer, but he's a very rare white hairless dog. So you see lots of these cow patches on his chest. He actually has most of that paleness of his chest in the winter when he doesn't have the sun to tan his skin like this. So you might even see a color change when we wash him, which is very interesting because the top layer gets tanner than the skin underneath, and it actually almost washes out his tan a little bit. We'll see if you can see that difference. So the first step, when he's like this, is to take some water and gently and calmly put the water all over him. I have a sink right next to me so I can keep filling it up. Then you just want to stay calm with your dog and not overreact if he gets distressed. Okay, so I'm going to grab the water here. Right, good boy. So you see, he doesn't love the water, so he's not going to flee it. Alright, so I'm just going to get the rinsing water ready. Stay. Sometimes it helps remind him to stay so he doesn't hop out and get ahead of himself. And if your dog does hop out, you just want to calmly help them back in. Sometimes it's okay to pick them up and place them, but if you have your time and patience and you're able to train them slowly, it's better to coax them back in, even if it takes a couple minutes, and more patience is better. But if you don't have enough time, of course, it's okay to gently place your dog back in the tub. So I got a little bit of soap. This is a special kind of it's not hypoallergenic, it's antiseptic and antifungal. And it also has salicylic acid in a very small percentage. And actually, well, at 2%, it's actually not too small. So this is exfoliant. This is a medicated shampoo that I use on this dog several times per week, maybe twice or up to 3 times per week. So you want to carefully get it all over him. Make sure you get a good lather everywhere. Now there will be a time skip because this takes 10 minutes to set in. So once you have a good lather, with most soaps on your dogs, you're going to let it seep in for a few minutes. He doesn't like it when I handle his paws as much, but of course you just are slow and patient and he'll let you do it. So he's kind of pulling away, but you just calmly hold on and just let him pull it out of your hand and that sort of does the job, right? It's okay. He's a sensitive little guy, but he's very used to being bathed and he knows it's good for him. So you want to avoid this in his eyes. You don't want it to get in his eyes if possible. If it does, it's okay. You might want to rinse sooner, not give it the full 10 minutes. But I'm going to wipe his, his backside and his tail here. That's very sensitive skin and it's very important to get that clean. So I'll rub it all in. Okay, once I think it's everywhere, he looks pretty good. We're going to leave him like that for 10 minutes. And then we're going to rinse. Stay. Stay. So, if he gets out too early, you don't want him to be so slippery, so you want to be very careful. Help him back in very gently while he's slippery. So stay. 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 Okay, so we're going to call that good enough. We're going to say that was plenty of time. So the salicylic acid has started to do its thing. It's eating away at the top layer of dead skin. Okay, so now you're going to want to thoroughly rinse. You want to keep rinsing and get a little bit in his face. You might not like that. You don't want to get it down his nostrils if you can avoid that. But you want to keep rinsing him until there's no more suds in the water. So maybe I'm using like an old 1.5 liter ice cream tub. And I use this maybe 3 or 4 times. Let's see if we can do it once or twice more, or maybe one more time is good enough. So it's very important to wash these dogs regularly. Otherwise, they can develop lots of itching and acne. You might see a little bit of that stuff around his eyeballs and places here. They also have very sensitive eyes because they don't have eyelashes, or there's not as much hair and long eyelashes as the other dogs do. So they're prone to having a lot of issues there, having dirt in their eye and other things. So if you can prevent the acne, this is one less thing for him to worry about. Because otherwise, it's quite a magical little medicine dog. So you want to prepare your towel and lay it out for you. Then you want to say, okay, you ready? You want to receive your dog on your lap. Come here, let's go. He's going to come. Just going to pick him up. You're going to catch him like that. Put his little hood on. He's gonna pull that out. Get his little hood on. Great. So then you're gonna just pat all the moisture off and lightly rub to start freeing that dead skin. Pat, pat, pat. Rub his underside a little bit. Try to be gentle. If he's growling, it's because you're being a little bit too hasty. Or he's a little sensitive. So, sometimes you have to ignore the growls or the sounds they make because they have to get used to it if they're a puppy. But usually they try to tell you something, so it doesn't hurt to slow down a little bit and listen to them. The more patience, the better. So as you see, he's not whining. He's making very few noises at all. He's actually quite comfortable and happy. So once he's pretty dry, like this, comes the layer of moisturizer. So you don't want these dogs' skin to dry out immediately. It feels very dry and it's very beautiful skin. The way it stays like this is that I keep it with all the fats and omegas that are required to keep it healthy. So this is olive oil. So I'm going to rub a layer of olive oil thoroughly over him. And this is also going to free up that layer of dead skin. So, put a lot of this all over him, including his chest. Alright, you'll see it will work all the way into him. Get it in his head. So, get it all the way through, a thick layer on his legs and everywhere. Yeah. And also on his backside, so back here. And you just want to rub it everywhere, really until it's just fully formed in to his skin. So he's pretty good here. I've been washing him, so not too much dead skin is coming off as I rub. So I've been washing him pretty regularly. So the fact that his dead skin or the dirt isn't really pilling up on my hands is sort of showing that, yeah, that I've done that reasonably enough that he's good. So that means that I'm doing it enough, but actually you don't want to do it too much. So it's good to wash him, but I don't want to overwash him because I actually want these oils that I give him, these treatments of the oils, to stay in his skin. Okay, so now that that's thick and over him, and I'll let that cake in. If it was a sunny day, I would put zinc-free baby sunscreen on him to keep him from burning. But it's nighttime, so he doesn't need that. So I will have his nightie prepared. Look at his little onesie nightie here. Now, I have this thing called the Skin Soother, and it's just more oil. So I'll open this up now. It's hard to open up with my oily fingers. There we go. And I'll get this on the side. I'll top up his moisturizer level at the end of the session with this from Nature Dog Company. It's very good and I highly recommend it. I'm not sponsored, by the way. I'm just saying that that product works for us. We actually met his blood brother at the park called Inca. And Inca's owner was able to tell me about Natural Dog Company was helping her dog's skin, so I had to get myself a shipment. And it works great. Twinta loves it. So, once he's dry and moisturized, you want to put his little onesie on. Now we're not quite done yet. Here we have the Burt's Bees Dog Ear Cleaner. Now I just want to put one little drop in there, and then just sort of rub his little ears. Now this just prevents the earwax from building up too much. This is witch hazel, basically, I believe. Yeah, and a few other things, another kind of oil that's in there. But it's just to treat his little ears gently so that they don't get itchy and he doesn't scratch them and hurt them because he's hairless. So if he scratches, it's going to cause more damage more quickly than on a regular dog. So now I have his socks, front socks and back socks. What we're gonna do next is from the Natural Dog Company, we have Pawtection. So this is a bunch of waxes and resins that the trick is to do it regularly. It doesn't have to be an overly thick saturation. The trick is to do it regular. Hey, come. Is to do it regularly. He doesn't love this part, it's annoying. But if you do it regularly, you don't want to just like poop it all over and run out of the resin. The trick is to do it, hey, Twinta, let it happen. Do it over a long period of time, keep it up, because then those resins and those waxes sort of become part of the paw pad. So once that's on, I'll take this shorter sock. That's better for front paws. I'll open it wide and I'll kind of swallow his paw in it. Careful with his not getting his toesies in an uncomfortable position. If he's pulling away, I just gently hold him in. You don't want to hold too tight, and if your dog's protesting too much, you don't want to do anything that makes them unhappy. He's annoyed at it sometimes, but he lets it happen, see? Because once it happens, it's very comfy and he knows he's going to get a treat. So it's very important, sit on the back of the Pawtection, that it's important to let it seep in for 15 minutes. So you want to give them a treat or something else to distract them, like cuddle them while it seeps in. So I use the socks to kind of lock it in, and then I'll give him a little pig's ear. So yeah, you want to just get it all over the pads there, right? And just work it in. See, that's even, I'm giving an overly thick layer. You could honestly do it so it's, it doesn't even have to be such a visible layer. You could do it just very slightly, but just the trick is to use it constantly to keep it up, and then that, yeah, like I said, that gets in between the pores and it stays there. But keep them healthy. All right. So these socks are longer and they're kind of better for fitting the back legs. So you scoot them on, and I sort of just pull them on, make sure that none of this thing, then I can pull them back to the knob there, or whatever you call that little part of the leg. I'm not a vet tech, I don't know dog anatomy too perfectly. Actually, I should check my little dog book and maybe get myself better versed for when I make this video cleaner someday. See, that's a lot. I'll put it on the back paw. That's like too much, honestly, so I'll put it on the front paw as well. That's enough for two. Yeah, that's good. Hey, leave it, Twinta, leave it. He's gently licking, saying, hey, can we be done? So if you need it to be clipped, I have clippers here. I'm actually just checking now, see if I think any of these paws need a clipping. But honestly, I was just checking on it the other day. I'm pretty sure his paws are good. Okay, so there, I've worked in all the resin. I'm just gonna finish putting the socks on. So, this maintenance ritual I wouldn't do every night. Maybe I would do the paws every night if I could. And I have other little wet wipes that I use on him daily to keep his skin clean. So sort of just little maintenance washes to keep him clean. But besides that, as long as you do this at least once a week, you should keep your dog, you know, in good health. Though in reality, probably needs it at least every 5 days. So twice a week is really what you're looking at for an upkeep, like a regular maintenance thing. Like, keep it up. Sometimes you'll do more than that, and that's good, but definitely twice a week keeps them good. So it looks like this at the end. You get a little bit of just more moisture, and that's just for the itchy spots. So I just put that mostly around here. I reach down his armpits, kind of those places where, you know, his curled up skin could like chafe. There's sort of those notorious dry spots on everyone, like his elbows. Gotta reach down into his elbows here. So I'll get one more little thin layer here. And I'm just gonna use this sort of for his bum, his backside, all around here. Just gonna get that in. And hopefully, I'm just gonna do the same thing I said, work the creases of his thighs here. Let's get that in there. Okay. Now, actually I had one more thing that I could have used. This is just actually a little nose lotion from Burt's Bees. And finish it off like this. A little bit of this stuff. Get it on his nose. He's getting noisy. And then I put it on the outside of the socks. Because that moisture layer, all that really is just another moisturizer. It's healthy for dogs, so just creates that moisture layer. And then I'll clean these socks after 1 or 2 uses. Same thing with this towel. I can hang this up, but I'll clean after 1 or 2 uses. And once he's done, just want to reach over, find his little treat bag. Look at that, a whole sardine. He's a happy guy. Leave it. Come on. So like that, we have a healthy, hairless dog. And now, I'm gonna take him to his crate, and he's gonna have a treat. All right, thanks for watching.